getting ready for Game 2 of the epic grudge match between GaGa and Pook. This is 84 Armstrong Living Room presenting this match. I am Sassafrasquatch, here with Lupus. How you doing, Lupus?
Doing pretty good, Sassafrasquatch.
So Game 1 is in the books, and
it is. You know, that was a great Game 1 because it really showcased the diverse skill sets between our players. We had some great burrow micro.
we did.
It was a macro game.
It really was. There were a lot of minerals on the field. I'll give you that one.
There were. And look at this.
Look at this wonderful manner here.
After losing, nice. In a pretty...
Oh, and there goes the beat.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
These guys are not friends. No mistake.
No, there is a grudge match. So we do have a different race in the... We've got GaGa spawning in the, well, let's say the 5 o'clock position as the Terran pieces, which is a surprise. And Pook not spawning as Zerg either, spawning as Protoss. So we're gonna have to see how this one
He's in the green trunks there.
He is
as
in the green
some guys
trunks.
would like to say.
Yeah, that really annoys me, and I was hoping you wouldn't bring it up.
I don't like...
There goes Pook again with the really early gas.
Ooh, yeah. You know what? I like that. He did it last game, and it really paid off at the start. He did his defensive transition into that, ready to get that speed after defending. I think he might do something similar this game.
Yeah, and you know what? And I was speaking to Pook earlier today, and he asked me for some advice when playing Protoss, and you know what? I said, get Warp Gate early.
Yeah.
And I wonder if that's on his mind as he gets this early gas.
You know what? I think it might be, because Warp Gate is a really critical tech for Protoss, especially considering the metagame right now.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, of course, choosing only to put that one probe on the gas may come back to haunt him in the end, but he got an early start.
You know what? I like it because he's not sacrificing any mineral production at the start of the game. He's, he might not be making probes. Oh, there he goes. Never mind. But, you know what? Sorry to take over here for a second, Sassafras, but I want to talk about the map a little bit.
Please do.
Because we're talking about Warp Gate technology, how critical it is to Protoss. Take a look at this gigantic distance between the bases. Protoss is going to need some proxy pylons to reinforce and to pressure this Terran to make sure that he can't attack freely.
Now, what's GaGa got on the go there? Is that a 3 barracks opening?
That's a standard 3 racks opening. He's cut SCVs at 16 food, also pretty standard. I think we might see an orbital.
I would like to see an orbital. Whether or not we're going to see it, I would like to see it at this point.
I would like to see it, but you never know. He might decide to go the defensive approach.
No, he does not yet have gas, so it's going to be a marine heavy opening.
Yep.
And I will point out that he is the only one currently scouting. So he is 100% aware of, I believe he is aware of Pook's position. However, Pook is in no way aware.
In Pook's defense, on this map, Tal'Darim Altar, one of the new GSL maps, the map is so big that chances are you don't really know where the opponent's base is. There are a lot of mineral patches. It could be anywhere.
It really could. Now, I'm going to hazard a guess and say that Pook has never played this map before. Do you think I'm wrong on this one? He is relatively...
I don't know. Look at this. He's got his zealots blocking off the little choke here. I think he might pretend not to know. It's part of his strategy.
It's possible. He's going to double pylon here.
Yep. This is important now too because again, I like this. Pook is always playing considering the metagame changes going forward.
Agreed. Yeah.
Have you the new patch that's coming out? It's looking to change the power radius of a pylon down a full point. So by double pyloning, he's preparing his base for the next patch.
I appreciate that. Now, I will note that Pook has decided again not to put anyone into his second gas that he built, but he does have 3 zealots moving their way across.
Yeah, and this is going to be a pretty...
it's a formidable attack.
Pretty formidable attack. And it's important on a map this big to pressure your opponent, not to let them freely tech and expand.
So, Pook is making the decision to go to just a corner there. Okay, yeah, that's fine. No, okay.
Again, considering the metagame...
I was going to say there might have been an ESP there because he appears to be moving directly towards GaGa's base despite not scouting at all. He may assume that this is a map where you can only spawn cross spots.
Needless to say, we'll have our referee take a look and investigate a bit further.
Oh boy, yeah, he has run into quite a few Marines at GaGa's base.
Okay, it looks like, wait, one goes down, and could he get a second Marine kill? No.
He cannot.
And that zealot dies in a green mist.
And though he did not need to kite, he chose to kite anyway, which means that GaGa is really on top of the micro.
Yeah, that was pretty boss. Now, I do got to apologize, guys, if you're missing any of the action. our observer's a little new.
He is. You know what? We picked him up out of a sweatshop in Vietnam.
Yeah.
And we are slowly teaching him English, but he has a little bit of trouble following what we're trying to say.
Yeah, and I mean, you know, he's really grateful to be here to help out and to bring some great games to you guys. And we hope you appreciate him as much as we do. Leave some comments in the comment section for him.
Now, you remember when I said I was speaking to Pook earlier today,
Mm-hmm.
the two things I stressed were to attempt as much as possible to 4-gate
Right?
and to get warp gate early.
Absolutely.
And if we just do a quick check, we have a 1-gate forge build with no warp gate. So
Right. He is transitioning to a Stargate.
He is getting a Stargate, which could prove not particularly effective against those Marines.
Right. But you know what? We have a pretty considerable force here in the middle of the map. And you know what's going to really pay off for GaGa here is that early scouting. Because now he knows which mineral patch has most of the buildings, probably.
Which is good. You know, that's
half the battle.
that is half the battle.
Yeah.
Now, I will mention just GaGa is winning the macro battle.
Yes, he is.
He's definitely keeping his nose.
And his supply is quite good
20
as well.
episodes.
Yeah.
So,
You know, well done for him. He had a little bit of a slip up last game, but he didn't let it get to his head.
so
And,
can we just check the buildings on Pook here? Let's see what he's rolling with.
Oh, look at this! Look at this timing by Pook.
Okay, this is a big time.
This is excellent
a big
timing
time.
by
So
Pook.
so that forge is really starting to pay off with the quintuple cannon.
You know, and what this boils down to is, again, Pook staying on top of the current trends in the game. He knows that since the last patch, the adjusted stim timing really breaks this push that GaGa was clearly calculating the entire game. He knew it down to the second to get cannons to pop up just in time to reinforce.
He's made a sound decision. There's no doubt about that. I would like to see him get maybe just one more warp gate, but I'm not going to be picky.
You know, he's got his own style. And look at this, an attack from GaGa, and he knows instantly he needs to retreat.
Now, the sentries are out in front, which is a bit of an odd decision.
You know, but he's trying to bait him in, is what it comes down to. He
Yeah,
wants him to run into all the cannons.
So he has gone ahead and built a Phoenix out of that Stargate.
You know what the Phoenix is going to do? The Phoenix is going to get him something he really badly needs, some intel. You know, StarCraft is a game all about what you know about your opponent. It's all about hiding information. It's about keeping information. And sorry, we're having some difficulty here on the cast.
Our observer is just taking off his pants, which is really unprofessional, and it's really shaking us up a little bit. But Pook's two Phoenixes are now heading down in scouts.
I told you we shouldn't give Dominic any more Taco Bell.
I know, but you know what? He is worked up. He has worked up something fierce. Now you can see just a streaming line of Marines from GaGa.
Yeah, he is not giving up on this pressure. Now look at this. Look at this, a counterattack by a couple Phoenixes doing a little bit of harassment here. Look at them swoop by and they're taking a look. There's some Marauders that pop out. He scouts that critical tech information. I'm sure he caught that tech lab just finishing up the concussive shell, so I'm sure he's going to prepare something to counter.
And that's something. Hey, in the meantime, we do have Warp Gate. We do have Warp Gate now.
And look at that, a Void Ray.
Hey, that's a useful thing.
He knows that...
and Pook has just realized that Phoenixes are, in fact, only air units. So,
Yep.
Still unaware that they can lift, but you know what?
That's okay. That's okay. And you know what? He saw the Marauders coming with the Marauder upgrade, so he's like, you know what a Marauder can't hit? A Void Ray, because it's in the air.
So we've lost two cannons here. This is a pretty critical battle here.
Oh, wow.
And that Void Ray's gone, and luckily he has those Phoenixes.
Oh, wait. Could he break through? Could GaGa break through? He's going for the pylon. The pylon's going to power down. Oh, but look at this. A clutch Void Ray just pops out. Down goes one Marauder. Down goes a Marine. Down goes another. Oh, look at him.
Look at that defense from Pook. And you know what? Those Phoenixes are untouched. Phoenixes are untouched.
You know what? This is resilience.
It is. And he's rebuilding that pylon by those two remaining cannons. And you know what? He's just going to build a couple. One more cannon, two more cannons, three more cannons. You know, four more cannons.
I've only watched a couple dozen Pook replays before, and he's a random player, so you never really know what he's going to